It's Wrestling Hero Figs. We are covering the best customs right here of 2019. Yes, we already covered the regular Elite Wave, so if you did miss it, go on the channel, my friends. I want to cover the stuff that has been put right here on the channel. Customs by the family, right? The WHF family, the WHF Custom Figgy fam, and that is a real thing. This right here, figure looking good. He had made these Shield / Fantasy camo green. This was the year of the camo. On the channel, these three sparked a huge interest in having fantasy attires, not just for these three gentlemen, but also some of the other big dogs right here. Whoa, big dog right here, Roman Reigns. But what I'm saying is like the Finn Balor. We needed a camo look for the Finn Balor. We needed a camo look for AJ Styles. And don't think we're not going to get this. Nah, man. This is an early prediction as far as something that we'll get. Maybe this year, maybe next year. It's got to happen at some point. Tribute to the troops right here. Right here. There's some ideas, Mattel. If you, well, not Mattel, but WWE, if you guys want some ideas for like regular tribute to the troops attires, these right here, they're going to do it for you. TSM Customs right here, the very first one, actually the second one, because the first one that I'd gotten from him, it wasn't from him directly. I had purchased it off, I think it was either off eBay or I'd done a trade, but that one was an AJ Styles, like an early AJ. This right here, I needed a Dustin. I needed a current AEW look for Dustin. The best look out of all the years, man. I think he's done it how many decades? I feel like he's been doing wrestling for more than 3 years. Not saying something, man. For all the years that he's been in the ring doing his thing, I gotta say this is my favorite. I don't know if it's because of that two-faced look that he had going on or just the red factor of it all, but this figure, oh, and plus we also found out that Dustin had tattoos. I mean, he went sleeveless on us. RKO 1974, not only did he bring those fantasy attires right there with the camo look, but he also brought some AJ Styles to the collection. We got it in the white, we got it in the red, and we got the Ultimate Edition articulation on the red one. It's just a shirt that it's missing. For the time being, that's all that's missing. DWO Customs, I can't tell you how much I love this figure. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you, man. I know it was probably difficult for you to let this go, so having this now part of the collection, having the current roster just one step closer to having it all complete. Hey, The Fiend, that's one man that you cannot have a current roster collection without this man. Now, I think come March, I think maybe it should be sometime early 2019, we should finally see the Mattel version release of this. So if you've been patiently waiting, it shouldn't be all that long, man. I mean, 3 months, it'll fly before you know it. But the question that we still have yet to get an answer to, at least by the time that we did the filming, was when are we going to get the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt? There hasn't been any images. So for me right here, this is definitely going to fulfill that until we finally get that. Dean Ambrose is another character too, because for AEW, they still have yet to figure out. Yes, they got some of those Lucha Underground guys that are a part of AEW that are being released here. But as far as like Kenny Omega or like an updated Jericho or Moxley right here, we don't know yet. So this BEW head scan with a combination of, well, I guess he changed it because he kind of went back to like the cargo looking pants. So I guess it all depends on when you're talking about for Moxley. Right here, the dream, it became true, man. Figs 31, he brought the Hollywood look, but I added the red and yellow to it. I still have plans, 2020, don't get me wrong, man. If we don't see this, like come for like an upcoming figure for him for Velveteen Dream, I do still plan on making this one. I just wanted to collab the two together to kind of bring that Hulk Hogan look to it all. Right here, Kane, Big Red Machine, Beast Nation. He brought two different versions of it, man. He brought the Survivor Series, and in a way, these guys are kind of similar. I mean, I know it's like a completely different look and attire, but in a way, like the way that it's got the mesh coming through, like the skin tone seeping through the front, you can see how this figure right here, this one, plus the head scan, this one was one that needs to get done like by Mattel. At some point, they need to remodify the head scan because the head scans that Beast Nation is using, it's just so much better. It's the old Jax, and it just works well. He Dremels it, he modifies it, he touches it up just a notch to make it one up from whatever they're doing. Now this one I thought we were going to get. I'm glad I got around to making this one because this Finn Balor, and this is not the head scan that I had made for it. I made my own version, but when we got the Ultimate Edition, I had swapped it onto this look right here. This is a beautiful looking figure, man. This one, yours truly right here, put in the time and effort. And for a lot of these, that's what goes down, man. Like we try to make an attempt on capitalizing and making like a lot of these looks for like the current looks. But thing is, man, is that on the channel right here, we're always working, man. We're always hustling, and Figs 31, as well as Cody Villanueva and BEW. This is a hybrid, man. Check this out. It took 3 people to bring this figure together. At first, it was just Figs 31 coming in here. We made a trade ski, but you know, once I got my hands on it, I'm like, you know what we could do? We could use a little bit of some of the best, man. Like, because Cody Villanueva was the first one to make this attire like the Prince Puma look, but then when I combined it all with that, oh man, really loved that. Now Seth Rollins is the one character that is almost guaranteed to be seen right here on this channel by me putting in the work as far as painting it, doing everything. I just, Rollins is one of my favorite guys. So when he wore kind of like this, what would you guys call this? Like Avengers look. I didn't make the vest. I do still plan on hopefully getting that at some point, whether I make it or I hit up one of my boys like Mag Decals. I know he made a really good vest for it. It's got to happen at some point. Now the original bro, this didn't take all that much. Well, I couldn't tell you because obviously the figure had come right here from, was it Curbstop? Yes, Curbstop had made the figure, but it had a different head scan, so when the Mattel release came out on this, we had to get that updated. Now, as far as Gargano, we have several looks for him. We have this one, which is like the Captain America, Iron Man. This one was the Wolverine. This one was made by RKO 1974, and this is a combination of Mag Decals had made the vest, and then Jay Reigns had made the rest of the figure, and then I put the brand new look right here from his most recent Elite. This still has the old one. This one has become extremely rare. I'm really excited to see this one being released in the basic, because then the rarity of that one should hopefully die down. But I only have one, maybe, actually the Spider-Man look, that one also has that head scan right there. Wolverine, dude, he was a grand feature on, like, when it comes to like the different superstars. We had it right here with Gargano, we had it for Rey Mysterio, and we also had a fantasy one right here. Wolverine, Finn Balor, RKO 1974. He's the one that put this all together. He actually had initially made it, and I was like, dude, you must know something, man. You must know that Hero Fakes. He's been digging a lot of these, because Wolverine's one of my top guys, dude. Wolverine and Spider-Man, and this kind of brings me to my next subject. Now, this is not necessarily like WWE related, but it is wrestling related, and one of the best, I would say, Spider-Man movies to this date. Bonesaw right here. We had Bonesaw. Well, actually, it's still considered wrestling because it's Macho Man dressed as Bonesaw, which was like the villain for the very first Spider-Man movie when they had revamped and done all the things. So I kind of had to put something together right here to kind of have a matching look right here. This is such an awesome figure, man. Jay Rance, love you for this, man. I love that one. This one was just all put together. This is more just parts. It's more of a fix-up. I know it kind of looks like, going above and beyond, but it wasn't. It was just Shane O'Mac to kind of wrap it all together so we could relive some of those moments from that movie. Figs 31 again. Figs 31 with this one, as well as, the Velveteen Dream. And then also for the Nightwing, Ricochet and Andrade. Andrade, obviously, with the mask look. I guess if you do pick up the ringside exclusive, you can pull off something similar, but it ain't going to be executed the way that you're seeing it right here. Because some of these guys, man, I'm telling you, love what you're doing over there. All that hard work. We're trying to reflect it here on a weekly basis. It don't matter if I pick it up from you or if I give you a shout out. If we do like a best customs video, I love supporting the fam right here. This Jeff Hardy, again, more of a fix up. This was just adding a head scan from the basic onto the chase, the red, white, and blue. And then this one, this was my very first Jeff Hardy torso crack, eliminating the tank top mold and adding those arms right here from the basic, as well as that True FX head scan. Seth Rollins again, we're continuing it, man. We're continuing with the Chicago Bulls. No, the Bulls is the one that should be on the channel here within the next month or so. But the Bears, we have the Chicago Bears look right here, which should be a release in, I think, either Elite 75, 76 or 77. This should be the look that we'll be getting. We don't really crossing our fingers that it happens mid-year. Just about every Seth Rollins attire has been released so far, so I don't see why that one, unless if it's because due to copyrights, because I think that's the reason why we haven't seen the Wolverine look for the Rey Mysterio. But then again, that wasn't WWE, that was prior to WWE. And then this one right here, this one was before it was released by Mattel, this one was put together by Jay Reigns and a more accurate look right here for it. When it comes to the green, I feel like the accuracy on this figure they hit the nail on the head. Well, at least J-Rates, not Mattel. Baron Corbin was more of a transitional figure. First, it started out with the BEW head scan, and then just some thoughts and ideas of what we could have done to get away from that molded pants that he had, which actually they were tights. I had to get it converted to pants, and then adding the shirt. And then when Mattel finally did release it, we just went ahead and acetoned the hair off that to get it more of the look that he has right now. This next one, you guys, this is pretty neat. I would have to say this might be one of my favorite fantasy attires. Figure looking good again. He got super creative. He grabbed the Mattel Batman figure. He torso cracked it, added it onto Mattel. He went ahead and got all magnetized with us, which you normally don't see right here in the community. He added a magnet so you could pop it on, take it off. It doesn't fall off. It stays in there pretty good. The cape, he got this from that 2-pack. I think it was the TNMT 2-pack, which works really well. He added the belt. Just a lot of good stuff this year, man. If you guys enjoyed 2019, I genuinely cannot wait to show you what this upcoming year has in store for the custom game. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.